Everybody goes through challenging situations. Everybody goes through challenging business situations especially, right? And today we're going to talk about the 5 C's that will help you go through all those challenges to become a champion, right? There's a lot of C's going on here, right? But the first thing that I learned when it comes to challenges is that you can't be a ostrich and put your head into the ground and kind of hide your face and think everything is okay. When there's a situation, there's a challenge going on in your life, whether it's a business challenge, a situational challenge, relationship challenge, whatever it may be that's going on in your life, you have to understand that you have to confront the problem, right? The problem is a thing that most people want to run away from, but you have to confront the problem. You have to say, okay, this is the challenge, this is the problem, this is the thing that's going on, and I'm going to confront it, right? You got to confront the bad wolf, because if you do not confront it, what'll end up happening is going to linger with you for many, 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 many years to come. And one of the things that I learned when you're confronting the challenges, right, is that I learned that just because I'm confronting a challenge or the problem does not mean that I'm a bad person or I have to start, licking my wounds and making myself feel like I'm an idiot because I made the problem. No. That problem was created, and I have to find a solution to that problem. I need to confront it and say, okay, what is the solution? How do I get rid of this problem? How do I change this thing? Because if you don't look at it that way, what will end up happening is that problem is always going to linger with you. For example, I'll give you one example. I used to have an anger issue, right? I'm still working on it as years come by. Like, I'm still working on that challenge, and it's not easy. But if I don't confront that issue and say, hey, Mike, you have some challenges when it comes to your anger. You may spark, you may trigger, whatever it may be. You have to confront it. That's the first step of addressing that situation, right? The next thing is courage, right? The word courage, which is the second C in this topic, is you have to have the balls to even confront yourself in that situation, right? You got to have the balls and the courage to say, I effed up. I made a mistake. I am wrong. I didn't do it the right way. And you have to have courage to actually go attack the problem with a solution. You have to have the courage. And what this world is lacking, in my humble but accurate opinion, is that a lot of people have just been pussified by the schooling system, by the politics, by the lunatics, the wood-ticks, everything under the sun, and they're becoming weak men. They're becoming weak women. And that's a very scary place to be, because you want to have a situation, you want to be in a place where people have the courage to confront their situations, the courage to say, yes, I am wrong, the courage to say, I'm not perfect. You have to have the courage. And a lot of people are not willing to confront, and they're not willing to have the courage to go do what needs to get done. There's a lot of men out there that do not want to provide for their family. There's a lot of women out there that don't want to support their family, support their husbands, support their they don't want to do that. All because of what? They don't have the courage. They don't have the balls. And sometimes you need to grow those balls and say, you know what? I'm going to go out there. I'm going to hustle. I'm going to go out there and fix this problem. I'm going to go out there and take care of this challenge. And that's how you become a better human being, because you're going out there to confront and have the courage to confront that challenge, right? The next thing is control. It's a powerful word. When you're going through a challenging situation, you have to have control. Control over your situation, control over your thoughts, control over your actions, control over what's going on, because through chaos, which is another C, right? Through chaos, you have to have control. This doesn't mean you need to put, dictatorship at the household. That's not what we're saying, right? Or totalitarianism, right? What you do need to have is control over what's going on in the process, what's going on in your mindset, what's going on in your actions, all that stuff. You have to have control. You have to have control over the people around you in terms of like making sure they're not going to be, defeating you, right? Controlling how close they are to you so that they can give you the right information without affecting your decision making. Sometimes when you have a lot of challenges, especially in business, you have to control your situation, your environment, say, okay, I don't want to be around this person because they're going to influence my decision in a negative way. You have to control your environment. You have to control your situation. Control is a very powerful word. This does not mean you need to control other people, but you definitely have to control your outcome and your situations. This doesn't mean you want to control how people make decisions, how they make moves, but you definitely want to control how you make your moves and how you make your decisions. And be aware that you need to confront your situation. You need to have more courage in that situation, and you need to definitely have more control over your situation. Because remember, the only reason why we're always trying to get money into our system and get money into our pockets and our bank accounts is because we want to have more control. We want to have control whether we want to, educate our kids in a specific schooling system, whether it's private or public or even homeschooled. We want to control what our kids eat. We want to control what we do, how we live. We want to have more control. So control is not a bad thing. Whoever told you control is a bad word, they've lied to you. You want to have more control. Next thing, consistency, right? Through challenges, you have to be very consistent. Through chaos, you have to be consistent. Through the toughness of business, toughness of life, you have to be consistent with what you're doing. Stop wavering around left and right. You need to be consistent. You need to be all in into that thing and make it a duplicatable action that you're doing every single day. I know you don't want to go to the gym because things have happened in your life. Still got to go to the gym anyway. I know you don't want to provide for your family, go out there and hustle, but guess what? You got to be consistent. You gotta be consistent. And I know it's not easy, but that's why we're making this video, so it can be a little bit easier for you to make that decision right now to go out there and be consistent. Be consistent with your thoughts. Be consistent with your words. Be consistent with your dreams and your goals, because it's not gonna always be pretty. But if you be consistent, you'll actually end up getting the long-term result that you always wanted. So be consistent, and don't let anyone waver you in that process. I've been in the gym for literally almost 14 years, consistently. Never took a week or two off, never took a month hiatus. I've been always consistently going to the gym anywhere from 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week. Consistently. I mean, I look like I'm, a little bit crazy and a little bit, I don't take any roids or stuff like that, but I feel fit, I feel good, I feel healthy because I'm consistent and I'm a consistent individual. You want to create emotional stability in your life. I made this video many times before. Learned this from a guy named John Crow, right? Commitment to continuity develops emotional stability. You want to have emotional stability in your life, you need to be consistent. I talk about that all the time. So go out there and be consistent with your life. Go out there and be consistent, even though through this turmoil of your business, go out there and be consistent. And the last C is commitment. Okay? You got to be committed. You got to be all in. You cannot be half in, half out. You cannot be 90% in or 99% in. You're either 100% in or 0%. You're either 100% in or 100% out. There is no 50%. In a relationship with my fiance, there's no 50-50 nothing. It's 100% me and 100% her. Not 100% me and 50% her. No, 100 and 100. We go all in. We do everything all in. I go to the gym all in. I do my business all in. I do my relationships all in. I go with my friends all in. I have all in. I do everything all in. My spiritual life is all in. Everything I do is all in because I need to commit. Because if you do not learn how to commit, you will not have the courage, you will not have the control, you will not have the consistency, you will not be able to confront your situations and your problems, and you're always going to be left behind. Always. So what you do need to do is have what? Commitment. Commitment, commitment, commitment. Commit to something, a bigger cause, bigger than yourself, and go out there and accomplish greatness, even through this tragic time, even through this chaotic moment. Go out there and commit. So the 5 C's are very simple. When you're going through chaos or you're going through challenges, right? Confront. Have courage, right? Be consistent. Have control. And be committed. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you can, do me a favor, drop a like, drop a comment on the video. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. 100K subscribers, here we come.